Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Workshop, featuring Chronicles, Runescape Legends. And in this episode, we're just gonna play more games. This is actually a breath of fresh air compared to playing a lot of what do you call that? Invisible Ink, which requires a lot of brain power. But because my deck is so dumb in this game doesn't really require that much brain power to play. There is a strategy that goes into it, and I feel like this strategy is actually pretty interesting because not a lot of opponents work a lot to do something in this game. If you understand what I mean. They work a lot to get some weapons, get some armor and all that stuff, and sometimes they require setup to do, and sometimes the opponent can mess with that setup. My entire deck just focuses on dealing with what I can do, and because of that, my deck's all the better for it. I have no way of gaining gold, so these two cards are useless. So I'm okay with discarding them with my Russian penguin. I think the penguins are Russian here. I'm not sure. Just note that I have no idea about RuneScape lore. I have never played RuneScape because I played Ragnarok online instead. So I have no idea what any of these cards are, who any of these people are, but I love the mechanics and I love how interesting the deck building is. So we're up against a Vanescula.
I must think fast.
Okay, so I remember her name because Vanescula is my worst matchup. She has a lot of cards that attack your opponent's health directly, and the Void Brawler's enough to say it, right? For 7 attack, and it has 7 attack, it has 2 health, and then it removes 6 health from me, but I gain 8 armor. So I tend to have extremely low health amounts, and Vanescula's ability to directly remove my health and ignore my armor is a big problem. But we'll see how this plays out. So my opponent... Oh, it's okay. Vanescula usually doesn't get weapons, so it's fine. If you're really concerned about weapons, the classes with the weapon stacking is usually Ozan and Linza. So I think my opponent will take what's the equivalent of 4 damage. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And now that might seem like a bad play, but this is Vanescula we're talking about. Vanescula is a vampire, I think, and her entire shtick is about health. She has a unique mechanic called Mortal. Well, you'll see it here. I think this guy miscounted. No, he didn't miscount. Okay, so Mortal is an interesting mechanic, which basically says you activate the Mortal effect instead if your HP is 15 or below. And I don't have cards because my War Tortoise wasn't drawn. I usually like keeping 2 War Tortoises in the deck, but I recently changed it to remove one of the War Tortoises. We might change that soon if I'm not drawing the War Tortoise enough. By putting 2 copies in your deck, you're almost always guaranteed to draw that card in the game. Okay.
How can I be of service, friend of Alcalde? My path is decided.
So, this is a big risk. I'm gonna go down to 12 health, but I'm not gonna be spending any more health from now on. So against a Vanescula, my usual game plan is to hold it out until the end, because it's at the end where I usually win. Because even if Vanescula ends up gaining like infinitely more attack than I do...
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
Wow. I've never seen that card. You pay 4 extra gold for 1 attack. I don't think that's really worth it. So this is just an example of Vanescula's ability to directly attack health. Wow, that took away 2 gold. So he's gonna take 10 damage from this, I think. Yeah. So this guy's counting his numbers right, because now he has Mortal activated. Okay, so what am I hoping for? A Tortoise. War Tortoise, please. I like his title is Empty-Handed. So we're on turn 3. Okay, so yeah, I'm not really a good player of
I have low health. I must be careful. How can I be of service, friend of Al-Khalid?
So we're not gonna play the rock cake. We're 100% not playing the rock cake. Wow, a 2-3 weapon. Oh, I lose! Oh, I lose!
I will not hold back next time.
So even if I had played the deal damage to 4 damage to the opponent card first, which I think I should have in this case, which is my mistake, I still would have lost because he had 5 health left. So this guy was a really good Vanescula player. And I lose my win streak. Which is bad news, Bears, but that's fine. Let's play one more game. As you can tell, I really hate playing against Vanescula because I know most of her tricks. Well, not her high-level tricks that involve like legendary cards and all that stuff, but yeah. We're up against an Adrian, or whatever her name is. A person. Okay, so I don't have a penguin. I'm going second too. I don't have a penguin, which incentivizes me to get rid of all of these. I didn't get a penguin. And I didn't get a tortoise either, which is gonna be a problem in a while. So I think after this match, I am gonna add the extra tortoises in.
How can I be of service, friend of Al-Khalid? My path is decided.
Yeah, okay, so this deals a lot of damage to the opponent to start off. And hopefully this forces him to use healing cards. Oh, his card back's cool. It looks damaged and stuff. So this introduces a mechanic called temporary attack. Temporary attack is basically that what it says. You have temporary attack for the rest of the chapter. It's a good thing I didn't gain armor this round. Sorry, for the next encounter or next fight you do. Not chapter. My mistake.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
This is getting rough. Where's my tortoise? The tortoise is like the the key factor of this deck. Darn it.
My path is decided.
I think after this game I will add the tortoise in. Because I really need that card. Because it allows... Because I play 4 cards literally every turn and have no other draw cards in the deck. So the tortoise becomes very important if I really never want to run out of fuel. Oh wow. He's doing the mimic. This tells me he'll play a heal coming up next. He healed me, that's good. I think he was expecting me to not have a fight cauldron or something similar.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
Because if I had max health, then that card he played... Oh, Nelly. Okay. So this is our Ariane Adrian's unique mechanic, which involves books. Her books are specific cards that basically allow her to put super powerful cards into her hand. Oh, no wonder he was gaining an immense amount of gold. Not even a single Dodon Khan's cannon. Alright.
I know about adventuring, young'un.
I'm gonna do a Romley to heal up, and then do the...
My path is decided.
Then do the Dwarf Smith dude. What's going on? I already locked in my attack. Did I disconnect? No, I didn't. Or maybe it just took a while to register that I clicked and now my opponent's having to deal with the timer. That's exactly what happened. Okay, so this is the benefit of my deck. I don't really run a lot of creatures, so his card that he just played, useless.
You humans are all lost to me.
So he lost one base attack. So now he only has one attack. That's 12 damage. That's absolutely fine. So even after drawing those really good cards, I think I'm still winning. Which is kind of ironic. So if I just get some of my cards to deal direct damage to him, I should win. But of course I don't get them. So this is an extreme example of me not having any penguins. So now these three cards that require one hit to kill now require two.
My path is decided.
So this will deal 1 damage to me, this will deal 1 damage to me, this will deal 6. Unless my opponent does something else. Oh. Oh, that's horrible. But at least it wasn't the troll chucker, I guess? That deals 10 damage. Oh, that's a lot. A jubbly burn. Nice. So hopefully I negate that heal. So as you can see, we have one more chapter left. And here's the thing. If you basically just play 4 cards every turn and don't discard anything, you will only have 3 cards in the last chapter.
I must prepare for battle.
Really? Both Dodakan's cannons in the late game? Fine, game.
My path is decided.
If I had known I would draw these cards, I wouldn't have played the Ogre Chucker last turn. So I don't know what crazy things he can still do. He just surrendered.
My victory was inevitable.
Yes, Raptor, your victory was inevitable. So that ranks us up to... Oh. can go to the Silver Leagues. Yeah, I think that's 2 games. Okay, so that pretty much does it for this episode of The Workshop. If you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, do put them in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to answer. Without much else to say, thanks for watching, and good night.